Hi.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hi. I'm from Ideal Institute of Technology, and we are a trade school located in South Jersey, Atlantic County, and we have two locations. Our one location is in Pleasantville, and our second campus is in Hamilton Mall in Mays Landing. And we offer a variety of training, and then we offer job placement for everybody who completes the training with us. We run about 72 to 74 different trainings, and each of our trainings comes with an industry valued certification. So what that means is if you take the training with us, after the training you would take a test, you would get a certification, and those certifications are valid globally, which means you can carry that certification with you in any other state. It would still hold the same value. You can take it to another country, it would hold the same value. So the training you are learning, or if you are being told that the pay for this and this training, or the pay for this employment is so and so, most of the time that pay remains in that level based on whichever area you are. So say if you are an IT, your pay for IT might be, if we tell you that your pay is going to be $20 an hour for an IT position here, if you go to New York, your certification will still qualify you for the same kind of job in New York. Just the pay would change based on the city. If it's the pay rate is higher, you might get paid higher, but the value of the certifications remain same. uh, when we do our training, we offer multiple ways to our students to fund their training. Initially, this is our goal, that we always wanted to set up a system where we can train someone, we can do the job placement, we can do a follow up service, but at the same time, we wanted to streamline our training to work with each different sector of employment. So we wanted our IT training to match with the in-demand IT employments out there, in-demand requirements of the employments or requirement of the employers for those kind of IT positions. So all of our training are created in a way that they are not only limited to the classroom, but also it gives you a wraparound whole hands-on training as well. And when you do a training which is not just classroom based, but it also is hands on, you are actually actively working on those skills. It boosts up your confidence level way more, because while you are training, you already know that the things you are learning is working, the skills you are learning is working. It's going to help you earn the money, it's going to help you generate the revenue your goal is set for. So each of these training are really good. They are very customized. And then every training we offer, every programs we offer has multiple sources of funding. So we do understand that there are going to be people who can't afford full cost of the training, or there are young people who are just starting a new career, or maybe who just finished high school and want to take a break from the college and just get a trade in their belt, just so they can have some employment in between while they're making their choices. So though any of our training are not too expensive, but also we have multiple grants. We work with WIOA, which is Workforce Investment Board, and we work with all the local one-stop careers in every county, and they always have multiple grant funding available. So between them and us, we always work with the client, and we always come up with very customized pathway, but also multiple way where we can help them take advantage of certain grants, so the student is not ending with a big student loan, which happens most of the time, especially when you go to college, when it's 4 years, 3 years. It's always longer duration of training and then longer time of payment. But how we don't, like, I would never say that the college are not important or trade schools are better, because I feel like they both have good values and good things you are learning from both of them. But there's always a way to do it if you actually want to accomplish much more. To me, I feel like it would be so much better if I graduate, then while I'm doing my college search, or while I'm applying for college, waiting for my semester, I would pick up a trade in between, just so while I'm waiting for my college, I have a certification. I'm putting my time and my attention to some training I'm receiving, something I'm going to learn, some kind of certification I'm going to earn. So when I do start my college, instead of stressing about 4 years of college and then figuring out a way how you're going to work and pay those loans, you might have a trade under your belt which would help you start making payments while you are in the college. So by the time you are graduating your college, you might be done with most of your payments, half of your payments, some of your payments, which is always a better way to do. um Last time when I did a session with you guys, I do remember there were a few people who were interested in construction and IT. So I did ask my construction instructor to join in today just for like 5-10 minutes to do an intro and just to give a little more overview about what our construction training entails, especially because that training is starting very soon, like I believe it's in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I definitely wanted him to share some information. He should be coming joining us at 3:15. Um, Also, the trainings we offer, the programs we have available are not only limited to youth. So all this information which I'm sharing, it can be used by multiple people. Like you don't have to be a high school student or graduate. It's applicable for grandparents, parents. I You won't believe I recently graduated 69-year young lady from my class who got her certification in Microsoft Word and she's ready to start her business. It's like the age would never matter if you want to learn new things, if you want to start a career. Is there someone raising a hand?
No, I think I just reacted to it. I just had like the little
Okay.
clapping emojis. So
Okay, for a second it looked like hand. Okay. So, so the trainings are available for any age individual who is willing to learn or who wants to get additional training, additional certifications under their belt. One of the best program we offer is our youth program, and I always tell everybody that after you graduate you always have few months, and I know it's a good idea you want to take a break before you go back to college or before you start the studying again new semesters, but it's not a bad idea to learn something in between. And the training we offer, the programs we have at Ideal Institute, they are from different range, which means I have a certification which will be 2 weeks long. That's it, 2 weeks. Or I have a certification which is 10-hour long. So if you study for 10 hours with me, whether in a day, 2 day, 10 day, you will be able to accomplish something. There are trainings which would last for 3 months, 4 months. There are training which would last for 2 years. So there is very wide variety of programs we offer, and each program has different length, different requirements, different genre. I did share a lot of information about IT and construction previously, and I do. Our construction instructor will speak more, but I did realize that I did not share a lot of information about our animation and graphic designing classes. We do have a really good graphic designing class. We teach all of the Adobe applications, so Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Dreamweaver, Animate, Adobe Premiere. All of those skills are being taught. And when you are working on those skills, we actually work with our community partners where our students actually design flyers, logos, marketing material, and we have a print shop in our campus, on our main campus. So all of our students who work on these things, the good thing is we always use that to forward it to our print shop, and then you have merchandise ready. So learning how to design a logo on a Adobe Photoshop is not a limit, because at the end of the day, after, if you have that skill, you can always turn it into a business. You can always work freelancing. Another great thing about the trainings we offer is all of our training not only teaches you the skill you need to know, but it also wraps a beginning and the end portion where it will start you from the basics. So, say if you have never been into IT, you have never learned anything computer related, or you have never learned anything construction related, then all of our classes starts from level 0. So even if you haven't done any of that, you would still be okay to start the training because you're being taught from the basic. Even though if you are going to take high level training, you always start with the basic. And same thing towards the end, not only you would be successful, or not only you would be learning that particular skill, but there's always a resume building, job placement, labor market information, financial literacy. What are the jobs out there, where to find those jobs, what are the skills other employers are looking for, what were the previous job placement we have done in that field. All of this information are also included. How to apply for a job, what kind of job you would fit for, do you have a right to the job, do you have a clothes for the job, everything comes with it. Like, we would do mock interviews, we would prep you, and to the point that we drive people to the interviews. We have had multiple times where I have had young kids who would finish the training but they cannot manage to get the right towards the end for the employment, and we literally would drive them to the interview, wait outside until they're done, and then we will go speak with the interview to find out interviewer to find out the status. So there is so many different things and so many services we can provide. I believe that's my colleague who just joined in. Hey Josh, is it you?
I don't see a
Can you
Josh.
hear me now?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
yes,
here.
we can.
I'm sorry, my camera is not working at the moment.
That's all right, Josh. Um, so guys, Joshua Jenkins is one of our instructors, and he right now is administering our construction class. He does not only the theory portion, but our construction class includes OSHA 30, EPA certification, and multiple trainings. And then we also do hands-on, where we actually design or build trailers, sheds, Christmas decorations. So Josh is going to share some information about what the classes are about, what we teach, and what are some of the hands-on project which student gets to learn throughout the training. All right, Josh, it's all you.
How's everybody doing today? So in our construction class, we go through the steps that it would take if you were looking to build a home from the ground up. For our project, we build a shed because that's just like building a home on a smaller scale. So if you can build a shed from scratch, you can build a home. So we always start off learning some interpersonal communication skills, how to get along on the job site, different things like that. Then we do a refresher on construction math, fractions and things, how to read a tape measure. And then we go into our hands-on portion where you start learning the floor systems, putting together the framing to building the deck, the flooring for the shed. Then we do wall systems where you learn how to build the walls and add studs and framing. We raise the walls ourselves, put them all together, openings for windows and doors. From there, we learn the roofing systems, learn how to cut rafters by hand, how to make them, how to find the different pitch and slope you need for roofing. We also teach how to apply the siding to the shed as well as shingles to the roof. We teach how to build stair systems as well as the building envelope systems, which is the coverings you see on the outside of homes. So with the course, we basically teach, like I said, how to build a house by scratch. We also do a small portion of electrical training. It's about 2 weeks. We teach you how to change outlets, how to run wires, how to connect the wires to a breaker box. It's basic electrical.
So that was all the information about our construction class. Now, if you listen to that, imagine how many things Josh just explained, and how many things we do in our construction class. And you know how long our class is? Josh, how long is the construction class?
We do either a 13-week or a 16-week course, depending if we're running Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday.
So that's 13 weeks or 16 weeks. So when you think of 13 weeks or 16 weeks, you are literally talking about 3 months to 4 months. That's literally, that could be after graduation until you start the college. you would have that time in between. If you are starting college right away, then you will have breaks in between where you can take the classes. And in just that 3 months or 4 months of training, there is so many skills you are learning. And one of the exciting thing about this class is we are going to start this class in evening. We have been only offering this class during the daytimes, but now this is something we have been working on for a while. And once we have the final hours and everything, because we do take a lot of our votes from our students to see what times would work from them, what do they suggest, and based on that we would announce a start time frame. But once we have that, we would have our construction training available in the evening sessions as well. So if you already have college, or if you are doing something else, if you have jobs, if you are a parent, or if you have a parent who is interested, they have evening sessions which they can attend after job, or if you have night job, then it's in the evening. So it's before job, but there are a lot of options where you can actually fit in a training which would actually help you learn some additional skills where you can generate revenue. And all this thing which Josh was explaining, the best part is that these things are taught in the classroom for a few days, and then those skills are moved to actual training where you are actually using your hands. It's a hands-on training, and the fun part is you get paid. So not, I mean, not for the studying part, but absolutely there is so much work experience. Every assignment you do, every time you work, it's very optional. Nobody ever gets, like, we don't push our students. It's not that because you are enrolled you have to do it, but absolutely there is an opportunity for everybody who wants to make some extra money, who wants to learn that skill, or who wants to be hands on. And believe me, if you have those tools, there's no way you don't want to put that hammer on the wall at least once or twice. It's just natural, it occurs. You get a hammer, you want to put a nail on the wall. That's pretty much how it works. Thank you so much, Josh. Is there anything else you want to share? Are you good?
If anybody has any questions, I can answer those. But as she said, you do get paid. We find jobs to go along with the class. I go out on estimates to try to find work for myself and the students to do so that they do gain hands-on experience, not only in the classroom, but actually out in the field on the job. Anybody have any questions? All right, then that's it for me.
Yo tengo
All right.
una,
Oh,
yo tengo una duda, aquí para las familias, los padres de familia que somos hispanos algunos y que queremos esta información en español. Mi hija que me está traduciendo algunas cosas que yo no entiendo, pero sí es importante que también nos informen a nosotros como padres a qué tipo de programas pueden acceder nuestros hijos, pero sobre todo que también la información que ellos están en el transcurso de la high school o rumbo al college, pero también nosotros como padres hispanos que no dominamos al 100 el inglés, nos gustará la información en español para orientar a nuestros hijos en qué tipo de programas pueden entrar para que se estudien, vamos. Entonces sí me gustaría que esta información también se manejara en español.
Sí, Nancy, yo te puedo mandar la información en español también. ¿Está bien?
Sí, está bien, para no interrumpir y que mi hija aquí escuche. No sé si ella sea adecuada a la edad, para ella va a pasar a segundo grado de high school, second grade, entonces no sé si también va a involucrarse ella en esto, pero si se pudiera, pues para mí mejor.
Sí, esto es para como una escuela para cuando ya se gradúen del high school.
Okay.
Pero aquí están los estudiantes que ya están en el high school. Eso solo es para decirle de los clases que tienen ahí en esa escuela.
Ok, está bien. Gracias.
Y le puedo mandar por correo la información en español.
Sí, muchas gracias.
So just to translate, she just said about, for especially with parents that are, that only speak Spanish, her daughter's there, listening, she's fluent in English, but it's also good to, translate that into, parents that are Spanish speaking. So I just told her, I would give the, if there's some type of information that you guys have translated in Spanish, I can just send that to her and through email.
Absolutely. We do have a lot of our materials in Spanish, and I do actually Crystal. She speaks Spanish and she also runs the program with me. So she usually I take her with me so she explains the same information in Spanish. So we do have someone on the staff, and what I can do is if she shares her contact information, I can definitely have her call her and explain the same thing again in Spanish and send some material.
Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely I'll get in touch with her information with you. So,
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely. Josh, you're good to go. Um, thank you. Okay, so that was some information about our construction class. Besides construction, we do have graphic designing, we have IT, we have business analysis, we have entrepreneurship program. One of the newest thing right now we are working on is we are starting our own flea market. So this was the concept we have been thinking for a while. Like, when you go to some towns and they have this very big popular flea markets, and everybody know that there are 2 days a week or 3 days a week there's going to be flea market, there's going to be all so and so vendors. So we recently started our own pop-up market. It's called Ideal AC Pop-up Market, and it's located in Atlantic City. And what we do is, with the weather they had to cancel few outdoor sessions, but otherwise every Saturday and Sunday by the boardwalk we have our own flea market. And in this flea market, we have multiple vendors, and most of those vendors are our students. So all of our students who come to us to start up their business, who wants to do entrepreneurship, who who wants to do a business but they're not even sure if that would work out, they don't know how it works, then all those clients, all those students, they work with us to learn those skills. And then when we host our pop-up markets, they are actually able to have a spot where they would sell their merchandise. And the best thing about it is, when you usually do a business, it's always 50% chances when you're going to start, you're going to fail, you might not have investment, there's so many things you have to worry about. But when we do our entrepreneurship training, what is one of the things we usually are able to do is we provide the starting consignment. So the so the material you need in the beginning is always provided by us. We also offer startup funds, not straight cash, but it comes in the multiple forms. So we give you a website for your products, for your company. We give you business cards for your company. We give you up to $1,000 in stipends in work activity to earn, which would be actually cash, to have that starting fund for your business. And then we provide the work. And all of our students who are enrolled in the training, they actually also get paid to work. So when you are participating in our entrepreneurship class, or when you are hosting a booth at our AC pop, like our pop-up market, not only you are selling the products and earning the money, but you're also getting paid hourly. So it's a multiple way of income, just so it supports you, just so the income is enough to help you with the bills or whatever your financial goals are. And most of our training comes that way, where you are going to have some income, you're going to learn some skills, you're going to apply those skills, you're going to work with some employers. And we do have a really good network of our employers. We work with a lot of community partners. We work with a lot of different colleges. So after the training, if you feel like, okay, you want to continue the training for more second level, higher level, there's always additional grant which we can help you to work with, which can enhance your skills. Say if that's not your goal, you want to go to college, then we do have services where we transition you to college. So your enrollment application, your FAFSA, any help you need to continue that training, we usually are able to provide that help. We also work with the employers, so we literally filter all of our students. And the reason for that is it does happen a lot of time. A lot of people do job placement. A A lot of the schools are required to do the job placement, especially the trade schools. After they train, it's one of the thing they have to do is like you train and you place. That's a success. So we always work with our employers where we always know in advance that okay, what are the skills you are looking for, what are the tasks you are going to assign to so and so employee. So if we know that okay, this person is being trained for IT and they're supposed to be doing this many tasks, we would be able to train him but also prepare him to coach for those tasks which he's going to be applying at that employment. And say if those tasks did not work out, or if he needs more training, or it wasn't something he was ready for, we still work with the employer where we can bring that student back in, teach those skills, and send them back. And all of this has no additional cost or no separate cost. It's just a part of the training. We train to the goal that you have a successful job, which we not only pays you, but which is something you like, you enjoy. So as long as you're not satisfied, as long as you're not loving your job, the job is not done. It's as simple as that. So every single training has beautiful job placement program. Besides that, we have a really good program for everybody who is 16 to 24, and we call it our First Step to Career program. This program In this program, students have option to choose any training they like to do with Ideal, but along with that particular training, they also receive supportive services such as bus tickets, exam vouchers, merch, t-shirt, pencils, phone fixing kits, computer, laptops, depending on what training you are taking and what are the materials you're going to need for that training. Every single thing is provided to you for that training as a supportive service. If you do construction, especially, you need saws, you need the tool bag. There's so much things which comes with it, but everything is included in the program. You receive all those things. Besides that, we also do job opportunity. So everybody who is 16 to 24, we literally have this beautiful setup where we keep a workboard, and in this workboard we always list down multiple employment opportunities. So anybody who's looking for interns, anybody who's looking for employees, all of our students have an option to go through the list, see if there is any work they want to do, they would like to do, they would like to apply, and then we work with them and do those placement, or we work with them to get them those training so they can receive those revenue, they can generate some revenue, or they can receive those payments if the additional income is the goal for that student. But regardless of their choosing, there is always multiple things available for a student to get their hands on the training and get their hands on, to learn some new skills, to learn something which would help you get a better employment or get a new employment or start a fresh employment, whatever the goal gets you to. we customize we customize separate pathways for every single client. So as the state of New Jersey, we do have one of the biggest thing, I would say, I have never heard of this before, but we are required that when we do the training, we don't train every single person in the same way. So if even if I have two people who are with me who both wants to learn the same skill, we still have to do an evaluation process, we still do an assessment to find out that what are their comfort zones, what are their assessment levels, and then based on those level, we customize the training. So say there might be someone who already knows the half of the thing and their training might be 2 months long, but there might be someone who is switching the field, who was learning something different and now they're exploring a new career, and they might take longer than 2 months. So based on what your requirements are, what your necessities are, or how much you're comfortable learning, our youth program is very customizable, and we can customize it from 1 month to 1 year, depending on how much time you need to complete their training. Or even if there is break, there is no such thing that, if you do a training you have to get it done or this or that. Life happens, things happens, and there's multiple times we have had those things, when you are overwhelmed, something in the family, you have to take a break. But it's all right, we always are able to bring that back, we are always able to get you back on the track and then continue the training throughout the year, no matter how long it takes. And there are some people who have worked with us over the years. There are people who never were able to complete the training. Something happened, they went back. But we have very open door policy for all of our students. So it's like once a student, always a student. They can always come in. There's always multiple opportunities, and the most of the things we always have employment opportunities. We Our preferences is we always try to hire our own graduates. If we have an opening, like we would first go to our graduates to see if one of them would be fit for the position. Then we even go for Indeed or everything. So we always are proud that anybody who's trained with us, we are pretty sure that they are good for the job, they're ready for the work. Do you guys have any questions so far? Okay. um, Jennifer, would you like me to speak about anything else?
Does anybody have like any comments, questions?
I do have Crystal on now, and
Okay.
she does speak Spanish.
Okay.
So even if you need to, like, if you need me to repeat something or explain something in Spanish, she would be able to communicate that.
Okay. Yes. No, that's great. Yeah, we can, I guess, like kind of translate it into Spanish, for Nancy
Okay.
whenever you guys are ready.
Okay. Crystal, would you mind explaining a little bit about the youth program we do in Spanish?
Okay.
But just the basic four objectives, and then the basic, like the pathway, how we do it, like that would explain how the program runs.
Okay. Who am I gonna tell this to?
Tell to Nancy or yeah.
Okay. Hola, buenas tardes, Nancy. Mi nombre es Cristal. Yo trabajo para Ideal Institute of Technology. El proceso para que tú empieces aquí con nosotros es simplemente vienes, aplicas, rellenas la aplicación. La aplicación son como unos 16 páginas, pero de ahí yo te ayudo paso a paso lo que tienes que, el proceso de la aplicación. Ya después te pedimos varios documentos, pero eso no es un problema. Si no tienes algunos documentos, siempre te podemos ayudar a recibirlos. Y después de eso, nosotros siempre hacemos un examen de evaluación para ver en qué punto de educación estás, y si necesitas ayuda en otra cosa, te ayudamos.
Está
Y de
bien,
ahí,
muchas gracias. Perdón, sí, escucho, siga.
sí, ¿tiene una pregunta?
Sí, básicamente pues sería para mi hija que ya tiene 14 años.
Ajá.
Y también pues como ya me habían dicho ustedes, me van a enviar la información a mí como madre de familia, como padre de familia, vamos. Y sí, estoy interesada en los programas que hay para nuestros hijos, y que se integran, pues ahora sí que
A la
a,
comunidad.
a la comunidad y que los
Sí,
orienten, tengan una orientación, pero también no hay como los padres empujarlos, pucharlos.
sí, claro. Darle ese esfuerzo de, ¿cómo se le dice? Fuerza de voluntad para que ellos lo hagan también.
Sí.
Sí. ¿Y cuántos años? Pregunta, si se puede preguntar, ¿cuántos años tiene su hija?
Mi amor, ¿cuántos años?
14, pero voy a cumplir.
Ella
15.
ya en este mes de febrero cumple 15. ¿Puedes hablar en
Ok.
inglés tú, amor?
Ok.
Ok.
Ok. Sí, lo que pasa es que el programa de aquí es de la edad de 16 a 24.
Ok, está bien. Bueno, era lo que decía mi hija. Bueno, ¿de qué es el programa? ¿Para qué? ¿O qué edades? Era lo que tenía la duda. Pero es bueno.
Ok.
Pero está bien, es bueno saber para irse encaminando con esta información.
Sí, sí, claro. Sí, cualquier cosa, usted tenga otra pregunta, siempre nos puede llamar a la oficina. Estamos aquí abiertos de lunes a viernes de 9 a 5 de la tarde.
Sí, Cristal, ¿usted está con el programa con la persona que acaba de hablar ahorita o me comunicaría con Families to College?
Con la persona
Jennifer,
que acaba de hablar, IDEO, sí.
Oh, ok. Está bien, bueno, yo confío en Jennifer, que ella siempre me mantiene informada y nos dará toda la información. Muchas gracias.
Sí, claro. Jennifer también tiene nuestro número de contacto. Si no lo puede recibir usted, no puede contactarnos con nosotros, pues se lo puede pedir a Jennifer y ella lo tiene con mucho gusto.
Sí, muchas gracias. También para informar, pues, algunas amigas que también tienen sus hijos ya con más edad y que tal vez les puede interesar.
Sí, claro, gracias. Gracias por la recomendación.
Sí, muchas gracias y mucho gusto.
Igualmente. Okay, good, Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah?
Thank you. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
Oh, I guess she's having some internet difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if she needed to say something else. Give me 1 second. Let me try to connect with her.
Okay.
Oh, she went out. Hey, Miss Sarah.
I think she's back. Are you back? Yeah.
Okay, she just wanted to let you know that she does have those demo free classes. Whoever is interested, they go always sign up, let you know, and then you could always let us know just so we could be on the same page and have a time for the meeting.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. I think from like what we talked about or what she covered was like, so the demo classes are more for like if you wanted to just drop into a class and like really, if you're not really sure about a program, you can always just stop by and drop in. Everything's it's free. So if you're interested in IT but you're not really sure, then you can drop by in those demo classes. Correct, Crystal?
Correct. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a info session where you could have different information about every different course we have and trade.
Okay. This sounds
Okay.
great. I think this is a really great opportunity, especially, how you guys said about you can even start this when you're 16, right? Correct? From 16 to 24.
Correct.
Yeah. So you guys can like start this when you're 16, 24. I don't think you have to wait until, you know, you have your high school diploma. So I think it's really great, you know, taking advantage of this opportunity. Yeah.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions, comments about for Daria or Crystal? And I also, I think Evan, he added Dara's like email and phone number, and also the website of the trade school. So if you have any other questions, you can always reach out to them, or you can reach out to me, and then I can give you their information if you can't reach the chat feature. So.
Yeah, and if you guys ever want to reach out to me too, if you can never get to Miss Sarah, yeah, I could give you my phone number as well and my contact number so you could have it, Jennifer, just
Okay.
in case you can't reach Miss Sarah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to stop